Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Today on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Happy Halloween to you. And I had bigger plans for the shave today, but unfortunately time got away from me. So, is that a ghost? Oh, it's an octoghost! Our crack special effects team did wonders today. Boy, where can you get this kind of production quality in a shave? Anyways. Wow, that is a really big mosquito. Let me see that again. That is a really big mosquito. Okay, all right. Thank you, production team and CGI people. Sorry, guys, that's the best I could come up with. However, there are some really, really neat... well, you know what? This is a combobulation. Before we get started today, don't forget, www.theshavingcadre.com. Come and see us. We are the finest gentlemanly forum for shaving, and I have no idea what just flew behind me. Another ghost, an orb, whatever you want to call it. There's bells ringing. There's people being dropped. It's just Halloween all over the Barber Dave household. Anyways, also, right up here, our Halloween special, Drinks and Daves. Come and see us tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, where we're going to be talking about... I have no idea. We're just going to be having some fun. So, anyhow, let's talk about the shave today. It's all about Halloween, and once a year, I shave with this product. It's a wonderful product. It's put out by the Holy Black. I've had it for years now. And I only shave with it once a year. But the uniqueness of this, as you saw in the intro, my wonderful, wonderful rendition of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that's the name of the soap. So, the Holy Black put out a special edition called, I can't read this, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And if you look at it, it's got the two characters, and then it shapes into a skull. But the neat thing about it is it's two different soaps, two different fragrances, so you can use it as one or the other. I don't remember the notes. All I know is when you put it together, it smells nice. So the Dr. Jekyll part is very bright, very light, very airy, and the Mr. Hyde part is very dark and deep, which is perfect for Halloween. So we're going to be using that. Now, for a scary razor, yes, scary razor, the Jerry Stark 6/8 Damascus in chain link type, or not chain link. I don't even remember. See, the ghost messed me up so much. No, I'm not shaving with a chainsaw, Miss Ghost. What the heck is the name of the fencing that's used? Start. No, the fencing that's used. I can't. Somebody put in the comments this. No, it's this. The chain stuff. Mail? No, not chain mail. Unbelievable. I can't remember. Don't get old. Don't get old. Don't get old. Damascus? It is Damascus, yes, but there's a pattern. Here, come take a look at this ghost. Come here, Octoghost. Somebody, I'm going to show this to the Octoghost, and the Octoghost is going to tell me what that is.
It's Damascus.
No, look at the pattern.
Tortoiseshell?
The pattern on the blade.
I have no idea.
Oh, God. It's what we have out on the back 40. The fencing that goes across that has little stickies at it, you know, that keeps cows out and stuff.
Deer fence?
Well, not deer fencing, but the stuff with the points on it.
Oh.
You can't remember either.
I think there's a void in the house.
Jeez. Anyway, that's what we're shaving with today. I'm going to have my crack production team Google it. No, it's not razor wire. This is not Hogan's Heroes. Will you please Google it?
Trying.
I said chain link, but that's not it. So this proves to you, ladies and gentlemen, that none of this is ever scripted.
Barb.
Barbed wire, that's it. Barbed wire Damascus, now that we've ruined all that. This Jerry Stark razor is absolutely fantastic. However, that point is not muted. So that's why I chose this razor today, because it is the scariest. Because if I don't have the angle just right, it can be a bad day. Now, I don't have the notes handy on this. But when they're combined like that, you get a very light citrus on the Dr. Jekyll side, and then you get a deep lavender, sandalwood. I'm sure there's more, but it's a very dark on the Hyde side. And when they're mixed together, they're wonderful. And that was kind of a neat concept because I know there's people that don't necessarily like the business model that the Holy Black does, is because they come out, they sell out, and you can't get it. But the uniqueness of this was 2 separate soaps, 2 separate aftershaves, 2 separate EDTs that you could use separately. So basically, it's like you're getting 2 different soap sets for the price of one. And then when combined, they work together to give you that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. It was a really neat concept. Came in a neat box. It was fun. And that's what I really liked about it. It's the only one that I have left. I did have the Sacred Heart, which was another Halloween offering by the Holy Black. But unfortunately, it was a little bit too dark for me as far as the scents are concerned. It was a little cloying for me. And so I think I gave that or piffed that to somebody. I think I gave it to Spider. I can't remember. This razor has been stropped 30 and 60 on linen and leather. And I know I say this every time I shave with one of Jerry's razors, but I do miss him. I've got 5 of his razors, all custom, and he's sorely missed. But this razor is super keen. So we hope, because by the time this video actually comes out, some of you will probably already be out trick-or-treating. So we hope that everybody has a very safe Halloween night. Being the fact that it's a Tuesday, probably not quite as crazy out on the streets, but and where we live, we don't get any trick-or-treaters, because nobody wants to come down our 400-foot driveway lined with spooky trees. I also should mention over at the Cadre, if you're not a member yet, please join. But those of you that are members, we've got a bingo game coming up. That's going to be hosted by Avocado Queen. And it's a very unique bingo game. So please come on over to the Shaving Cadre. Check out the Cadre bingo thread. And that'll be starting here mid-November, I believe. Maybe a little earlier than that. But it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So you can get signed up there and play bingo with us. See, that's the thing. We're not just shaving at the Cadre. We do a little bit of everything. Yeah, this soap is just wonderful. It's got a nice brightness to it, but it's also got that deep, dark, foreboding. And I'm not going to edit any of that earlier stuff out because that's what we do here. We have fun. I find myself being a little bit, since I had some light razors, I was not being very heavy-handed. And I think I've got a little bit of pressure on this one, more so than normal. So I guess Halloween is probably the perfect day to have a train wreck of a video. Very nice shave today. A little bit of cleanup. In all the normal places. Cleanup with this razor scares me a little bit because of that point. Because believe it or not, as I'm doing these buffing strokes, I am not even looking at the blade. I'm looking at that point. Because one wrong move and she will dig in. Oh, Octoghost is back. With a stick stuck through his, well, who knows where that stuck through. Yes, Octoghost is actually a dog toy. But like I said, no production value is too much for us. We spare no expense. I better be careful, or we may actually have a horror flick. I'm talking and laughing while I'm trying to do this with this killer razor. Okay, let's see how we did. That was close, because I had not taken the razor completely off my face yet and started to nod my head. That could have been fun. I missed a spot. There we go. Okay, that's our shave for our Halloween, but we're going to go over all the stuff real quick in just a second. If I don't cut my finger off. The scales on this, it's so tight that I got to kind of hold the blade. It doesn't seat perfectly. So let's see what the Allen says. Actually, it feels pretty good. Yeah, no sting at all. I just love that razor. And the barbed wire Damascus is just so cool to look at. So we'll let that dry down, and we'll go ahead and, not dry down, but we'll let that percolate for a minute on the face. And we'll go over all the stuff that we used for our Halloween shave. Oh, beautifully nice shave. Oh, nice and smooth. Okay, while we're letting it dry down, we're going to be using, because there is some lavender component, and lavender is kind of a dark and dreary type thing. I should have used Eucharist today, but I didn't. Thayer's lavender. We'll let that dry down. Okay, let's go over the stuff we used again for the shave. Okay, for the razor, we used the Jerry Stark 6/8 barbed wire Damascus, better known as the Viking. And it's got the Viking runes on the top and everything else. My good buddy over at Cigars Daily, Tim Swanson, this would be a razor he would use, the Viking. For the brush today, something dark with some oranges and blacks in it, is the Paladin Neptune Clio. The Neptune Clio. It's got really nice cartouches and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. And this has got a badger knot in it. Just wonderful. For the shave soap, again, we use the Holy Black Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And like I said, 2 separate soaps inside that. This was years ago. And like I said, I use it once a year, usually. Okay, so here's the cool part. So there's 2 aftershaves. There is Dr. Jekyll and there's Mr. Hyde. Now, when you open them, they've all got beautiful corks. So it's got that really old-fashioned apothecary look to it. So this one's very bright. Oak moss, some citrus, maybe a little bit of sandalwood. And then the one thing about the Holy Black is they do everything top-notch as far as the bottles and everything else. This is the Mr. Hyde. Very dark, deep. Definitely some amber, some sandalwood, maybe even a little bit of oud. And like I said, I'm guessing. And then in the poison bottles, which is cool too, also with corks, is the same fragrances, but in an EDT. And so what you do is you just mix them. So what I usually do is I'll take, you can mix them in your hand, but that's a pain in the tuchus. So what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of the aftershave of Dr. Jekyll, spread that on very light, very happily. Dr. Jekyll is a professional and he likes people and he's very happy and everything else. Then I'll let that dry down for about a second. Then we're going to add Mr. Hyde. Very deep, very dark. But it layers perfectly. And when they designed this, they designed it that way. So it gives you that mixture of the two, of the, quite honestly, the mixture of the 2 personalities of the fragrances. So we'll put on a little bit of talc, and we're just going to use good old Clubman talc, which was probably available back in the days of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Whoa. Ghosty. I told you yesterday that this shave would be Halloween-y. And it kind of is. We've got fog, we've got ghosts, we've got octoghosts, we've got weird crap on a stick with eyes. Just wonderful. Okay, so now we'll do the same thing, except this one I do mix in hand. So this is Dr. Jekyll in this really cool glass poison bottle. And I'll mix a little bit of that on my hand. And then I will take the Mr. Hyde and do the same thing and just mix it. And this is the EDT. Now, it doesn't have an atomizer, so it's just, you put it on. But it's the exact same, and it just gives you that wonderful, wonderful feeling for both. So it's really some cool stuff. I like them both. I think that they're fun to do. So that's the shave for Halloween today, guys. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed all 3 videos this week. We've enjoyed giving them to you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. And in the comments, we've kind of played out the Imaginarium. If you have any ideas on what we should do for future shows, please let us know. And again, I hope everybody and you and your families have a safe and happy Halloween, whatever you may be doing. And guess what? We'll see you in November. I'm Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Everybody take care. Have a wonderful day.